Siamo a Vonore, nel Tennessee, Stati Uniti d'America.
Here we are in Vonore, Tennessee, in the USA, and we're on board a towboat. That is, a boat built especially for water sports, like water skiing, wakeboarding and wake surfing. And we're on this boat in particular to talk about quality. This model is called the XSTAR. It's been built by MASTERCRAFT and it's a perfect example of the highest level of quality you can get. While we are underway, I'm going to tell you why this boat can be considered a shining example for the market and people who boat. To give you an idea of every component on this model though, we're going to have to travel a fair way though. We're going to go to Plymouth, the one close to Detroit, to Ilmor's North American headquarters. Then we're going to go to Mooresville in North Carolina, where the engine is marinized. Then we're hopping over to Padova in Italy, where the transmission is produced. And then we'll come back to Tennessee, to Vonore, to see how the boat is put together. Under the hood at the stern you'll find an Ilmor 7000 MPI engine with its 7.4 litres of displacement, 522 horsepower and 5,800 revs a minute. Oh, and 710 Newton meters of torque at 4,400 revs a minute. It's a monster. But where has it come from? Yes, that's right, Detroit, United States. This city is known as the American capital of the automobile industry, and Ilmor is one of the engine manufacturers, one which builds special engines, because Ilmor itself has a very special story.
We were founded as a racing company in 1984, based in England, and we raced our first IndyCar race at the end of 1986, and we won our first race with Mario Andretti driving in 1987 in Long Beach, and we've been in racing ever since. We've never stopped. We've won many championships, over 300 IndyCar races, 20 Indy 500s. We've won in powerboat racing, Trans Am racing, NASCAR, Formula One, and the list goes on and on and on.
Okay, the races, but where is it built exactly? In this factory, which is about 5,000 meters squared, 20 of these engines are built every day. A day which starts with a 5.7 to 6.2 or 7.4 litre GM block, to which a good 250 components are added, which are all treated to make them seaworthy. The aim of these boats is to create the perfect wave for the skier from the stern, but that needs to be the perfect wave for the wakeboarder and wake surfer too. So it's not that easy, because you need to move an incredible amount of water. That's why, however, in building this boat, they've given it a very particular trim controller. But in practice, the engine and even the transmission have to support an exaggerated weight load to move all that water, so they really need to be robust and reliable. MASTERCRAFT equips its boats exclusively with Ilmor engines and ZF Marine transmissions.
In racing, very oftentimes we are the manufacturer of all the parts and pieces. But once you get beyond racing into a more commercial world, you need strong strategic partners. And as a result, we always find ourselves searching for the very best partner we can get. Typically speaking, we gravitate towards excellent engineering companies as well, and ZF is clearly a partner that we've enjoyed a relationship ever since we started in the tow sports arena.
ZF is a multinational German company which is one of the main global suppliers of chassis and transmission systems for the car industry. ZF Marine specializes in the nautical sector.
ZF Padova è leader mondiale.
ZF Padova is a world leader that holds over 70% of inboard propulsion solutions in the pleasure boat industry. We're a global supplier of transmissions and control and propulsion systems for engines that go up to 1,500 horsepower. We have two offices, one in Arco and one in Padova. Padova is more focused on the mechanics, Arco is more focused on the electronics, and I think the magic combination we have here is organising these two working locations into a really strong mechatronics powerhouse. Mechatronics being a worldwide trend that just keeps growing, of course. The transmissions need to be strong, durable, reliable, and more importantly, quiet and pleasant to use. So how does all this come about? By working to the highest level in terms of quality. The materials are chosen very carefully and checked before they are used. Prototypes are put under every kind of stress. Work is carried out by numeric controlled machines and production lines are automated. Every single transmission is then tried out before it is sent out. Now let's spend a little time looking at the boat and see how it is built here in Vonore, Tennessee. The company has 567 dependents and produces 18 boats every day, completely in-house, from the fiberglass hulls to the final product.
So MASTERCRAFT was founded here in East Tennessee 50 years ago, 1968. We've been based here for the entire time. We moved into this facility in 1995. Now we're extended to 12 different models, including a tournament level ski boat, but all the way up to some very luxurious, what we call performance ski boats. But everything from a 20-footer to a 26-footer, designed to do all kinds of activities while the customers are out on the water enjoying their activities behind the boat. We don't manufacture every specific item that goes into the finished product. So partners like ZF, Ilmor, Gear Marie for all of our aluminum billet, the fabric suppliers that we choose, it's very critical that they adopt our quality standards as well, because in the end, 5-year warranty is important to a consumer, but what's more important is they don't have a failure. A product that's essentially a toy and no one really needs. So we have to make sure their experience is great, not just while they're using the boat, but when they have all the systems on the boat work properly, engines, transmissions, everything. It's critically important.
Everything that we've seen here has let us get to know Ilmor, MASTERCRAFT and ZF Marine a little better, and I'm just beginning to understand the technological levels that these companies have reached and the effort they put into everything. Of course, this is what has got them the international leader status in their respective sectors, and what has led them to be so successful in the water sports environment too. So it's quite understandable that all three of these companies, when they've joined together, have produced this brilliant boat for connoisseurs.